Thomas loved his new, shiny blue car. It was the brightest thing he owned, and every time he looked at it, he felt a little spark of happiness inside. The car wasn't just a toy to him, it was a symbol of his hard work and dreams coming true. The sun made it sparkle, and he polished it every morning until he could see his own smile shining back at him in the glossy paint. Thomas took great pride in keeping his car spotless, making sure every inch gleamed in the sunlight. It was his favourite part of the day. Driving felt like flying. The engine purred softly, and cheerful music filled the air, making every ride feel like a celebration. The little radio played his favourite tunes, and Thomas would hum along, feeling the rhythm in his heart. He pressed the pedal, feeling the wind rush past, houses and trees blurring by in a colourful whirl. The world outside seemed to melt away, leaving only Thomas, his car, and the open road ahead. Lost in happiness, he imagined showing off his car to friends, proud of what he'd earned. He pictured their amazed faces, their laughter, and the way they'd all want to turn behind the wheel. It made him feel special, like he was on top of the world. The empty road felt like his private racetrack, stretching out just for him. There were no other cars, no one to slow him down, just endless possibilities and the thrill of adventure. He leaned back, grinning, feeling unstoppable. With every mile his confidence grew, and he felt like nothing could stand in his way. Everything was perfect, nothing could go wrong. The sun was shining, the sky was clear, and Thomas felt completely at peace in his little world. He sped up, completely absorbed in his joy, letting the excitement carry him forward. The faster he went, the more alive he felt, as if the whole world belonged to him. But Thomas was unaware of what waited just around the next corner, where adventure and perhaps a surprise was waiting to change his perfect day. Suddenly, a loud crunch shattered the moment. Thomas's heart jumped. He slammed the brakes, the car screeching to a stop. Silence fell, heavy and wrong. He saw it, a deep dent in his car door, paint scraped away. On the ground, a red brick. The sight turned his confusion into hot anger. His perfect day ruined by a stupid brick. Someone had to pay for this. Fury surged. He had to find the culprit. He threw open the door, ready for confrontation. Thomas stormed out, determined to get justice. Thomas scanned the empty street, fists clenched, voice echoing, "Who did this?" No answer, just the mocking rustle of leaves. He stomped to the brick, glaring at it, frustration boiling. Someone must have seen something, he thought, eyes searching windows and gardens. "Come out! Show yourself!" he shouted, feeling big and furious. Then movement near a large oak tree caught his eye. A small shape hid behind it. Aha! He'd found them. He marched toward the tree, anger fueling every step. He rehearsed his angry words, ready to unleash them. Behind the tree, Thomas expected to find a troublemaker, maybe a teenager trying to hide. But instead he discovered a small boy, his face streaked with tears, quietly sobbing as he tried to stay out of sight. The boy's shoulders shook with each quiet cry, and he looked so lost and alone that Thomas's frustration began to fade, replaced by a growing sense of concern. Beside the boy, a wheelchair lay overturned on the ground, its wheels still spinning slightly as if it had just fallen. The sight stopped Thomas in his tracks. His anger, which had burned so hot just moments before, faltered and then faded away completely. The boy, his voice trembling and eyes red from crying, whispered, "I'm sorry about your car." He could barely look up, his words heavy with guilt and fear. Through choked sobs, he explained what had happened. His brother, who needed the wheelchair, had fallen out, and no matter how hard he tried, he simply wasn't strong enough to lift him back in. He had called out for help, but nobody had come. Thomas looked over and saw another boy lying on the grass, pale and clearly hurt, unable to move on his own. The scene made Thomas's heart ache. Suddenly, the dent in his car seemed so small, so trivial compared to what these boys were facing. The damage to his car no longer mattered. The boy sobbed harder. "I called for help, but no one stopped. I had to make someone stop." His desperation was clear. He had done the only thing he could think of to get someone's attention. He looked down at the brick in his hand, ashamed of what he'd done, but even more ashamed that it had come to this. The boy's honest, painful words struck Thomas deeply. far deeper than any brick ever could. In that moment, he realized how easy it was to overlook someone else's struggle. His anger melted away, replaced by understanding and a deep sense of empathy for the boys in front of him. This was a real problem, one that truly mattered, far more than any dented car or bruised ego. Thomas knelt beside the boy, his heart changed, ready to help in any way he could. In that moment, he understood what was truly important. Thomas gently reassured the boy, "You did the right thing." His voice was calm and steady, offering comfort in a moment of uncertainty. The boy looked up, searching Thomas's face for any sign of anger, but found only understanding and warmth. He smiled, kindness replacing anger. In that instant, the tension melted away, replaced by a sense of trust and safety. Thomas's gentle expression showed the boy that mistakes could be met with forgiveness, not harsh words. Together, they lifted the brother back into the wheelchair. Their teamwork was quiet but powerful, a simple act that spoke volumes about caring for one another. The boy's hands trembled, but Thomas's steady grip gave him confidence. Thomas checked the boy's knee, making sure he was okay. He knelt down, inspecting the scrape with gentle hands, and offered a reassuring smile. "It's just a little scratch," he said. "You're going to be all right." Relief and gratitude shone on both boys' faces. Their eyes sparkled with appreciation, and a quiet bond formed between them. In that moment, they understood the true meaning of kindness and support. Thomas never fixed the dent in his car. He could have easily repaired it, but he chose to leave it as it was, a small imperfection that told a much bigger story. It became a reminder of what truly matters. Every time he saw the dent, he remembered the day he chose compassion over frustration and how that choice changed everything. Not speed or shiny things, but slowing down and helping others. In a world that often rushes by, Thomas learned that real value lies in the moments we take to care for one another. The dent was now a symbol of kindness, a lesson he'd never forget. It stood as a quiet testament to the power of empathy and the importance of choosing understanding over anger. Sometimes the most valuable things in life are moments of compassion. These moments, though small, can leave a lasting mark on our hearts and remind us to always choose kindness